Oh, hello there. I'm Bilchan.
I'm Nimakung.
I'm Banchan.
In this class, I'll read to all of you. Chapter 17, Section 1 of the picture of Dorian Gray.
As.
Ah.
The picture of Dorian Gray. Oscar Wilde. Chapter 17, Section 1. A week later, Dorian Gray was sitting in the conservatory at Selby Royal, talking to the pretty Duchess of Monmouth, who with her husband, a jaded-looking man of 60, was amongst his guests. It was tea time, and the mellow light of the huge, lace-covered lamp that stood on the table lit up the delicate china and hammered silver of the service at which the Duchess was presiding. Her white hands were moving daintily among the cups, and her full red lips were smiling at something that Dorian had whispered to her. Lord Henry was lying back in a silk-draped wicker chair, looking at them. On her peach-coloured divan sat Lady Narborough, pretending to listen to the description of the last Brazilian beetle that he had added to his collection. Three young men in bright smoking seats were handing tea cakes to some of the women. The house party consisted of 12 people, and there were more expected to arrive on the next day. "What are you two talking about?" said Lord Henry, strolling over to the table and putting his cup down. "I hope Dorian has told you about my plan for rechristening everything." "Does. But I don't want to be rechristened," Harry rejoined the Duchess, looking up at him with her wonderful eyes. "I am quite satisfied with my own name, and I am sure, Mr. My dear goddess, I would not alter either name for the world. They are both perfect. I was thinking chiefly of flowers. Yesterday I got an orchid for my buttonhole. It's a marvellous spotted thing, as effective as the 7 deadly sins. In a thoughtless moment, I asked one of the gardeners what it was called. He told me it was a fine specimen of Robinsoniana, or something dreadful of that kind. It is a sad treat, but we have lost the faculty of giving lovely names to things. Names are everything. I never quarrel with actions. My one quarrel is with words. That is the reason I hate vulgar realism in literature. The man who could call a spade should be compelled to use one. Then what should we call you?" "Harry," she asked. "His name is Prince Paradox," said Dorian. "I recognise him in a flash," exclaimed the Duchess. "I won't hear of it," laughed Lord Henry, sinking into a chair. "From a label there is no escape. Royalties may not abdicate," fell as a warning from pretty lips. "You wish me to defend my throne?" "I prefer the mistakes of today," she answered. "You disarm me." "That is," he cried, catching the wilfulness of her mood. "Of your shield, Harry. I never tilt against beauty," he said, with a wave of his hand. "That is your error, Harry. Believe me." "How can you say that?" "I admit that I think that it is better to be beautiful than to be out. But on the other hand, ugliness is one of the 7 deadly sins." "Then?" cried the Duchess. "Ugliness is one of the 7 deadly virtues." "Does. You, as a good Tory, must not underrate them. The Bible. You don't like your country. Then, she asked, would you have me take the verdict of Europe on it? He inquired. Is that yours? I could not use it. You need not be afraid. They are more cunning than practical. When they make up their ledger, they balance stupidity by wealth. Still, great things have been thrust on us. She shook her head. I believe in the race, she cried. To be continued.